Hey, Steelers Nation. We're back with an exclusive video packed with the latest updates on our beloved Pittsburgh Steelers. Before we dive in, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. This way, you'll never miss any exclusive updates or exciting Steelers news. The Pittsburgh Steelers locker room is reportedly simmering with tension, and the center of the storm appears to be none other than cornerback Jalen Ramsey, whose recent comments about quarterback Aaron Rodgers have ignited a firestorm of speculation across the NFL community. Sources close to the team suggest that Ramsey's remarks were blunt, critical, and delivered in a way that many teammates perceived as publicly humiliating rather than addressing concerns internally. In a franchise known for its storied history and tight-knit culture, such outspokenness is rare, and it has caused a ripple effect that extends beyond the locker room walls. Analysts and fans alike have started dissecting the implications of this feud, considering how it might affect team chemistry, on-field performance, and the Steelers' broader aspirations for the season. The nature of Ramsey's critique reportedly focused on Rodgers' decision-making under pressure, throwing mechanics, and leadership style, all subjects that tend to be sensitive for a quarterback of Rodgers' caliber. This has sparked debates on social media platforms, with former players and commentators weighing in on whether Ramsey crossed a line or simply voiced a legitimate concern that needed to be said publicly. Reports indicate that the tension is not just a surface-level issue, but may reflect deeper underlying friction within the Steelers' offensive and defensive units. Insiders suggest that while Rodgers has maintained a professional demeanor publicly, there are whispers of frustration among the quarterback's closest teammates, who are wary of the potential distractions that such high-profile criticism could create. The Steelers, as an organization, have traditionally emphasized unity and collective accountability, and any perception of internal discord threatens to disrupt that ethos. Fans have quickly noticed the unusual energy surrounding the team during practice sessions and recent interviews, where body language and subtle comments have hinted at unresolved issues. Analysts argue that this feud could influence game-time decisions, particularly in high-stakes moments where cohesion and trust are paramount. The ripple effects of Ramsey's statements could extend to coaching strategies, play-calling adjustments, and even locker room hierarchies, as veteran players might feel compelled to mediate or pick sides. This situation has fueled a narrative in sports media that portrays the Steelers as a team balancing immense talent with emerging internal challenges, a storyline that keeps fans and pundits on high alert for developments. Some insiders claim that the feud may not be solely about on-field performance, but also intertwined with personality clashes and differing leadership philosophies between Ramsey and Rodgers. Ramsey is known for his intensity, assertiveness, and unfiltered approach to football culture, often embracing a confrontational style that sparks both admiration and controversy. Rodgers, conversely, has cultivated a reputation for cerebral play, measured communication, and precision under pressure, which has earned him accolades and veteran respect across the league. The contrast between these two personalities may have amplified minor disagreements into a full-blown locker room narrative, with teammates caught in the crossfire. Observers suggest that these contrasting temperaments could affect how responsibilities are distributed on the field, especially in crucial defensive and offensive schemes. This growing rift has prompted speculation that the Steelers' coaching staff may need to intervene more assertively, potentially organizing private meetings, conflict resolution sessions, or team-building exercises to restore harmony. Social media and sports talk programs have been abuzz, dissecting video clips, practice sessions, and interviews to find evidence of tension, highlighting how every small gesture or comment has been magnified by the ongoing narrative surrounding Ramsey and Rodgers. Rumors about the impact on team morale have intensified as the Steelers prepare for critical matchups that could define their playoff trajectory. Analysts have noted that while individual talent remains high, unresolved internal conflicts can drastically influence collective performance, particularly in high-pressure situations where split-second decisions define outcomes. The narrative surrounding Ramsey and Rodgers has become a microcosm of broader discussions in professional sports about leadership styles, accountability, and the balance between candid feedback and public criticism. Some commentators argue that Ramsey's approach might ultimately force Rodgers to elevate his game, using the criticism as motivation to demonstrate leadership and skill, potentially turning a tense situation into a catalyst for performance. Others caution that repeated public conflicts can erode trust, creating uncertainty within the locker room that opponents may exploit on game day. This situation has also fueled speculation about future roster decisions, with insiders suggesting that if tensions persist, the team's management may need to consider trades, role adjustments, or even contract renegotiations to preserve organizational stability and maintain competitive advantage. Reports indicate that veteran players have begun to subtly intervene, attempting to mediate between Ramsey and Rodgers without escalating the conflict into a full-scale public spectacle. These peacemakers aim to reinforce the Steelers' culture of collaboration while acknowledging the high stakes involved in balancing individual expression with team cohesion. Some teammates reportedly sympathize with Ramsey's candidness, recognizing the value of honest feedback in high-performance environments, while others align with Rodgers, emphasizing the importance of protecting a quarterback's focus and authority. Coaches are allegedly monitoring interactions closely, wary of any incidents that could spiral into distractions during pivotal games. Analysts suggest that how this situation unfolds could serve as a case study in leadership dynamics within elite professional sports, highlighting the delicate interplay between individual personality, talent, and organizational culture. Fans continue to debate online, dissecting nuances in statements and behaviors, and speculating whether this feud represents a temporary disagreement or a long-term fracture that could influence the Steelers' performance throughout the season. The story has become a touchstone for discussions about accountability, respect, and how elite athletes navigate criticism in highly scrutinized professional environments. Speculation about external influences has also emerged, with rumors suggesting that media attention, fan expectations, and the pressure of maintaining a legacy have exacerbated tensions between Ramsey and Rodgers. Observers note that the constant spotlight on star players intensifies scrutiny over every interaction, amplifying the impact of disagreements and comments that might otherwise remain internal. Sports psychologists and performance experts have weighed in, suggesting that such stressors can influence decision-making, interpersonal dynamics, and on-field execution, particularly in high-stakes situations like playoff contention or nationally televised games. The Steelers' situation underscores how a single critical statement, especially from a player with Ramsey's reputation for candidness, can create cascading effects, affecting not only individual relationships, but broader team strategies and morale. As rumors circulate about potential interventions, trade considerations, or public reconciliations, the narrative continues to capture the attention of fans, pundits, and league insiders, emphasizing the delicate balance between performance excellence, personal expression, and team unity in modern professional football. The coming weeks are expected to reveal whether this tension evolves into a defining storyline for the Steelers season or becomes a footnote in the ongoing saga of elite NFL personalities. As the Steelers navigate this tense period, insiders suggest that the ongoing feud between Jalen Ramsey and Aaron Rodgers has begun influencing the broader team dynamics, affecting even players who are not directly involved. Coaches reportedly face a delicate balancing act, attempting to maintain focus on game preparation while also managing interpersonal conflicts that could derail chemistry on both sides of the ball. Sources indicate that some younger players are quietly observing the tension, unsure whether to emulate Ramsey's outspoken approach or align with Rodgers' measured leadership style, potentially creating subtle divides within the locker room hierarchy. Analysts speculate that this internal narrative could influence play execution, communication during critical moments, and the overall atmosphere in huddles, particularly under high-pressure situations where trust and cohesion are paramount. Fans and media continue to scrutinize every public statement and social media post, attempting to decipher whether gestures, glances, or subtle comments reflect genuine reconciliation or continued friction. This evolving storyline has become a focal point for discussion, prompting speculation about potential interventions, internal negotiations, and strategies to restore harmony without undermining either player's influence or authority within the team. Rumors have intensified about possible direct confrontations during practice sessions, with sources suggesting that coaches have had to step in to prevent exchanges from escalating into public spectacles. Observers note that Ramsey's outspoken criticism, while intended to address perceived shortcomings, may inadvertently challenge Rodgers' authority as the team's quarterback, raising questions about leadership balance within the Steelers. Analysts debate whether this friction could result in Rodgers adjusting his leadership style, Ramsey tempering his public comments, or both, as part of a broader effort to preserve team unity. Some reports even speculate that the situation might influence strategic decisions, including play calling, defensive schemes, and personnel rotations, as coaches attempt to mitigate potential disruptions. Fans remain highly engaged, with online forums and sports commentary channels dissecting every nuance of interactions between the two stars. The narrative continues to highlight broader themes in professional sports regarding accountability, personality clashes, and how elite athletes navigate criticism while maintaining peak performance under constant public scrutiny, adding layers of intrigue to the Steelers' season trajectory. Industry insiders indicate that veteran players may be assuming unofficial roles as mediators, attempting to bridge the divide between Ramsey and Rodgers and prevent further escalation. Their goal is reportedly to protect the locker room culture while acknowledging the importance of both voices, emphasizing constructive dialogue and mutual respect. Analysts note that such mediation efforts are critical in high-pressure professional environments, where unresolved tension can disrupt communication, erode trust, and negatively impact execution on the field. Social media continues to magnify the feud, turning private frustrations into public spectacles and creating external pressure that could influence internal decision-making. Some commentators speculate that the situation may eventually be resolved through formal meetings, team-building exercises, or leadership workshops aimed at realigning priorities and reinforcing collective goals. This scenario highlights the delicate balance between individual expression, accountability, and maintaining cohesion in professional football, demonstrating how a single high-profile conflict can ripple through an organization, affect strategic planning, and captivate fans eager to witness the unfolding drama. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to Steelers Nation Central and hit the like button on this video. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the Pittsburgh Steelers. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Speculation continues regarding the potential impact on Rodgers' performance, with some insiders suggesting that criticism from a respected teammate like Ramsey could motivate Rodgers to elevate his play and assert leadership more forcefully. Conversely, other analysts warn that sustained tension could introduce distraction, erode confidence, and affect decision-making, particularly in high-stakes games where focus is critical. The broader implications for the Steelers season are significant, as internal discord has the potential to influence playoff aspirations, team morale, and even the perception of organizational stability in the eyes of the league and fans. Observers also note that Ramsey's approach may serve as a litmus test for leadership tolerance within the franchise, challenging norms about how openly players can voice concerns without disrupting established hierarchies. Fans continue to dissect statements, gestures, and media interactions, attempting to predict the trajectory of the feud and its implications for on-field performance. This ongoing narrative has become emblematic of broader discussions in professional sports about leadership, personality, accountability, and the intersection between individual expression and team cohesion, highlighting how conflicts can capture public imagination while shaping the trajectory of elite teams. Inside sources suggest that management is closely monitoring developments, recognizing the potential long-term consequences if the friction between Ramsey and Rodgers escalates. Team executives reportedly weigh the importance of addressing interpersonal issues proactively while preserving the reputation of both players and minimizing public exposure of internal conflicts. Analysts argue that proactive intervention may involve mediated discussions, leadership recalibration, or even adjustments in roles to ensure that the team functions cohesively under pressure. The narrative continues to generate fan speculation, fueling debates about potential trades, coaching decisions, or public reconciliations. Observers note that the outcome of this feud could serve as a case study for how elite professional sports organizations balance star talent with organizational harmony, illustrating the challenges of managing conflicting personalities, expectations, and public scrutiny. The ongoing tension underscores the intricate interplay between performance excellence, leadership style, and personal expression, highlighting how a single controversy can influence strategic planning, team morale, and the broader perception of a storied franchise navigating a high-stakes season. Finally, insiders suggest that the unfolding drama between Jalen Ramsey and Aaron Rodgers may define the Steelers' narrative beyond wins and losses, with long-term implications for both players' legacies and the team's identity. The situation exemplifies how modern professional sports are shaped not only by athletic performance, but by interpersonal dynamics, public perception, and media amplification, creating layers of intrigue that captivate fans and analysts alike. Reports indicate that every interaction, comment, or gesture is being scrutinized, contributing to a complex narrative that could influence team cohesion, strategic planning, and individual development. Sports analysts continue to debate potential outcomes, from reconciliation and renewed focus to prolonged tension affecting performance. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the Pittsburgh Steelers, make sure to subscribe to Steelers Nation Central and give this video a like. We always look forward to hearing your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.